in his constituency of Badami, where after Siddaramiah had visited the injured at the Ashirwad hospital in Keroor, the family of the victims now gheraoed the former chief minister, demanding justice for the victims, and Siddaramiah gives one of the women 1 lakh rupees as the woman continued to argue with him for another bundle of 1 lakh rupees offered to them. And as the women continued to express their concern, Siddaramiah leaves in his car, and the woman can be seen throwing the money back at him and saying that we do not need this money but justice. Those are the dramatic visuals now coming in on our screens of how the family of the kin who has in fact been affected by this incident has now in fact gheraoed the Congress Neta and also in a way retaliated and thrown those bundles of notes back at him.
And well, this is his own very constituency of Badami, and this incident happened right after he visited the injured. This in the Ashirwad hospital in Keroor, wherein he was visiting the family of the victims. The family then gheraoed. He was meeting the victims in the hospital. The family then gheraoed the former chief minister, demanding justice for the victims, turning down the money that was offered by the chief minister and throwing it away. Let me go across to Deepak joining us with more details. Deepak, what more can you tell us? This is at a time when the former chief minister in his own constituency was meeting with some of the victims of the incident.
Yes, quite an interesting event that took place just a few minutes ago in Badami, the constituency of the former Chief Minister Siddaramiah. We should understand that a few days ago, a person named Arun Kattimani, who the family says belonged to the Hindu Janajagrati Samiti, he was attacked by a group of people, after which some Hindu activists went and set fire to some shops nearby. An FIR was registered. Multiple people were booked in that particular incident, and the police of course said it was personal enmity. And after that, in about 24 to 48 hours time, we saw a dhaba owned by a person from the Muslim community and a few others who were working there. All of them who were attacked once again. A case was registered in that case too. And these are the people who are right now lodged at the hospital and they're receiving treatment. Siddaramiah, who's on a visit to his constituency, paid a visit to this particular hospital. After he met the victims, came out and started to speak to the families, who started demanding that justice needs to be delivered. Those who attacked these people and the dhaba should be booked and serious action should be taken. This was the demand from the family. At that point in time, money was given by the former chief minister to the families, and you can hear some of his supporters say, keep the money. This is not from the government. This is Siddaramiah giving it to you so that it could help you. The family is persistent at that point in time, says that it's not the money we need, it's justice that we need. At that point in time, his convoy leaves with him, and you can see the women run behind the convoy, try to speak to him once again, try to tell him that they don't need the money and they need justice. You can see them holding up the bundle of notes that was given to them, or rather offered to them, and then hurling it back at the convoy as it leaves. So quite dramatic scenes that were witnessed. At this point in time, we'll really have to see what sort of sharp reactions come in from the BJP at this point in time as well to an incident like this, considering the fact that he decided to visit this hospital, pay money, and which was rejected by the family members. And what he will in fact say pertaining to this as well is something that's going to be very interesting. But definitely, while he is in his constituency, it is of course a very important place for him, considering the fact that even this time around he will look to contest from the same area. With these sort of incidents coming to the fore, which can be considered rather embarrassing for him, how will he react to this particular incident, and how is the Congress party going to react to this, is going to be very interesting and crucial to note here.
And Deepak, once again, if you could reiterate for our viewers what exactly happened in the Badami violence incidents. This is from 8th of July 2022, and this took place in Bagalkot a day ago. And now this is another attack that took place at a dhaba near Badami. The family member seems irked by there is inaction as far as justice is concerned for them, and that's the reason why they did not want the money.
Yes, like I mentioned, the situation, of course, has been quite tense from the 6th of July until about, a few days ago as well, with, certain instances of group clashes that were reported. The police, of course, booked multiple people from both the communities, said it was some personal rivalries that really escalated and led to these incidents. These people who Mr. Siddaramiah visited today at the hospital, they were victims of the attack that took place at a dhaba near Badami, and after
All
that,
right,
of course,
Deepak,
today
we'll come back to you. We have Malvika Avinash joining us on the phone line. Ma'am, what do you make of these dramatic visuals we're picking up from the Badami constituency, former Chief Minister Siddaramiah's very own constituency, while he went to meet the victims of the Badami incident? That's what the woman, one of the family members of the victims, had to do. Turn his money down and say we want justice instead.
Exactly why Siddaramiah was unseated from his constituency in